So, I know it's not my Snapchat day anymore, but I wanted to tell you this story last night, but I didn't have any time, so I'm just gonna tell it again right now. So last night I had a friend over and we were just like hanging out in my room and like we couldn't leave because I had to watch my brother because we were like home alone with him last night or whatever. Anyway, my brother went over to the neighbor's house to play basketball and I was like, okay, just come back at 9:30. But he calls me at like 8:30 or whatever, so like and he's like, Danny, I just saw these like sketchy guys walking into the neighborhood. So like we're going into Braxton's garage to like hide because they were like outside playing basketball. Okay, that's sketchy. So like we just went and locked the doors because we were like home alone, and he was still at the neighbors, and I was like, hey, just like whatever. And then Joey comes like running back and like pounds on the door, the front door, and it's locked, so he can't come in. It's like we let him in. He's like, God. And he's like, we were in Braxton's garage, like hiding from these guys who we saw come into the neighborhood, and then we were like, okay, let's go out and check and see if they're there. So him and his little 10-year-old friend, or 12 maybe, go out and like start looking, and then Joey's like, I have a bad feeling, let's go. He's all about like those. So they go back in the garage, and then after like 5 minutes, they hear like pounding on the garage. Like he said, it sounded like that kind of thing, like on the garage. And he made a Snapchat video while it was happening, and he's like, guys, there's someone pounding on our garage, and you can hear someone like squeaking, like the garage hinges, so like pushing. So then they hear one of those like lullabies, like a song that a wind-up toy would play, going like dun 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 dun, and then it just like stops all of a sudden, and it just goes off outside of their garage door. That creepy freaking lullaby song that like serial killers play, and then they scream. They screamed, and then they saw a guy like run past the garage door, and then that was like he told me about this and I was like, what the heck? So like we like double checked all the doors were locked, and then I like called like half of my family and like everyone came, and my two brothers like went and surveyed the neighborhood and like they couldn't find anyone, so like I'm assuming they left. But it was freaking. And some of you skeptics may be thinking that the two little boys who told me this may have made up the story, which is plausible, I guess, but they made a Snapchat video and like you could hear the garage door squeaking. So anyway, afterwards, me and my friend are like, hey, let's go watch a movie downstairs. And of course, we choose a movie about a serial killer. So we're watching a movie about a serial killer, and it's like a real serial killer that like happened or whatever. And we hear like a low like buzzing noise. And it sounds like my garage door, because like you can hear my garage doors open like anywhere in the house just by the loud buzzing noise. So I was like, okay, maybe mom's home. So I text my mom and I'm like, hey, are you home? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, maybe it's Lauren. So I call Lauren and I'm like, hey, are you home? And she's like, no, I'm not home. So I was like, oh my gosh, what if someone like got into one of our cars and like pressed the garage door clicker and is now coming into our house? Like, frick. And then Joey's like, oh, it was probably just the dishwasher. So I was like, okay, maybe it's the dishwasher, because I guess the dishwasher is loud and like sounds kind of like the door. So it ended up being the dishwasher. Luckily, we didn't die, so that's good. But it was terrifying. I had a scary night.
I don't need my heart. You can break it, you can break it, break it. I just can't get to my.
So I'm going to prom tonight with friends, and we just figured out the plan just now, so. Also, I didn't get a prom dress, so I'm just wearing the dress that Christina wore in the Acid Rain video.
Pidiendo más, esto hay que tomarlo sin ningún.
We to prom right now, and we're about to take some 5-hour energy because we're really tired. Hey guys, so we just finished prom. I literally danced for 3.5 hours straight and like only stopped like 3 times. It was so lit. We just ran across like the whole hotel because they have these parking passes to give you cheaper parking. And we realized that as we had already walked like 10 minutes out, so we just ran like back because it was over and we got them.